have an SD card in there.
Okay.
So we will be doing recording. Please.
Yeah.
Also, you might have to help me out here. There's a bunch of kids there.
Oh yeah.
Even with
Test, test. Welcome to Tiger Field for today's boys lacrosse matchup between the Steamboat Spring Sailors and your Summit Tigers. For safety and unobstructed views of the game, we ask all spectators to remain outside of the track and in the stands. Be careful of icy conditions, particularly as the sun goes down. The officials for tonight's game are Stan Katz, Jeff Long, and Patrick Foley. Summit High School promotes positive sporting behavior by athletes, coaches, and spectators. Respect officials and opponents, create positive energy by cheering for your team, avoid bullying or taunting, and always win with class and lose with dignity. This type of educational environment is critical to the success of high school athletics. Thank you for attending tonight's contest. At this time, we ask that you please stand and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem.
Just for live stream. Just fair warning.
And then they must have told us we don't
I start filming right before we face off.
Yeah. No, just do quarters.
Just do quarters?
Yeah, it's not the quarters. Makes more sense, I think. And if there's like a big injury. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. We are here from Summit High School, near the town of Breckenridge, in between Frisco and Breckenridge, really. The Steamboat Sailors just about set to take on Summit High School for the second time this season. The first meeting, a 14-2 throttling of the Tigers at Gardner Field. Your Sailors, however, coming in today with quite the depleted roster. They've got, from the sounds of it, there's about 10 guys that normally would be on this roster that are not going to be here today or are playing through injury. And so it kind of just continues. I mean, a long stretch of games for Steamboat. This is the third in 4 days. And of course, the last two tough outings against top-end opponents in Cheyenne Mountain and Air Academy. Your Sailors now trying to right the ship, but it's going to be that much harder, being that they are a little bit short-handed. Again, we'll probably see some limited time from Kieran Kahn, if any at all. We will be seeing, let's see, Luke McAtee from right here is kind of going to try and fight through a little bit of injury as well. We're not going to have Dillingham on the roster today. He's got something going on. And there's also, I think, what, six different people who are gone because of previous commitments for skiing. So, I mean, it's like we're going to see some freshmen getting their first varsity minutes of their high school career, also some sophomores as well. Luckily, I have Little Becker in here. He's going to help me out with all the names that I don't know and do not have on my roster for Steamboat. Sailors are going to start Caden Hovey. And they also, in a unique fashion, are going to send Griffin Maltby all around the field to do what he does best, and that is be an athlete and one of the top athletes on the Steamboat squad. Talking to Coach before the game, he was laughingly telling me, told him he was going to kind of run around, try and help the squad out a little bit, and I said, hey, I'm going to give you a big long pole, and you just go hit some people, and he was pretty excited to hear that. So we'll see what happens. Your Sailors going to go right to left here on 105.7 KTYV here in the first quarter of 4. And we are looking forward to a real solid game against Summit. Should be a little bit tighter, I'm guessing, than what we saw at Gardner Field 1, because we are here at Summit. Obviously, that hometown field, turf, and just kind of knowing where you're playing, being that it's where you practice day in, day out. And again, like I said, the depleted roster that Sailors are boasting today. Epstein and Kaminsky, the wingers here. Kemper's going to try and win this first face-off. He's able to scoop it up for Steamboat, gets stick-checked, and eventually goes to the ground. Battle to 4, and still pushed around between the two teams as we're just underway here on KTYV. Now in comes Gilbertson. Good stick check there. Knocked out of bounds. That one off of Kaminsky, and so it will be a possession for Summit. Want to thank Yampa Valley Bank. Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank member FDIC, also Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated, the contractor's choice and homeowner's friend. Restart whistle and an emphatic one at that. And Summit will have the first real possession offensively for either team as they try and take this one up the field of play. It was Dart Parson, and leads it for the Tigers. Gets it right back, and we'll give him go there with Cameron Taylor. And now it's Parson again, trying to get around Kempers. Parsons' pass knocked down. Nice job there from McAtee, who was able to knock that out of bounds. It should be I thought it was a Summit ball. I thought that went off of McAtee, but I'm not sure. But the Sailors are getting it regardless, from what I can understand, as McAtee will roll this one into Kempers. And Matt Kempers gets the whistle. We restart 0-0 here from Summit High School, just about a minute into this first quarter of play. Kempers once again loses the ball. He tries to swat it forward. Nice job there from Matt Kempers, and he's going to get some assistance. And Will Eck, who will trot upfield for Steamboat. They'll bring out their attacking middies for the first time here today. It's going to be Will Eck now trying to go out front. Doesn't have a lane to get there. Instead, peels back to the far side of GLE, fires it down to Gilbertson. Near side, Gilbertson going to find Ben Hofer to the air. Hofer lost it, now trying to track it down again onto the turf. Eventually scooped up by Summit. Hofer loses his wheels. Regains his footing, though, and it's going to be passed up by Summit as the Tigers try to break out. A good little ride from Steamboat, though, not making it easy. And again, good stick check here by Jackson Lynch, as he was able to knock it out of the possession there of Summit and earn another one for Steamboat. Kieran Hahn's out there. Early taste of action for the senior. For your Sailors, we'll see how he's looking. I think that he is dealing with a little bit of a throbbing and nagging injury. 10.5 to go now in quarter 1. Worked around the horn. Your Sailors with their first chance to kind of slow things down offensively and get things going. Hahn comes near side. He finds Gilbertson. Gilbertson going to just spin away from pressure, and he tries to spin back again to the high slot. Nothing doing there. Gilbertson now breaks through a number of defenders, loses the ball in the slot. It's going to be a ground ball eventually kicked out and scooped up by Steamboat. Happily done so by Will Eck, and now Eck will just get away from pressure just outside the box, far side. Under 10 to go now in the quarter. Move down to GLE. Pass near side to Gilbertson, up to Tyler Doing. Doing, nice little plant there, and we get away from pressure. Use this is probably really helping. It's a little bit higher. All right. Let me know if this and that's going to be okay. Got little Becker in here, and he's a little bit injured as well. So, did we score? Well, I was chatting. It did. We did. I was chatting with Mr. Becker, and the Sailors have scored. I'm sorry, I missed that one. I guess that's just, that's the breaks. 1-0 Steamboat lead, and I'm not sure who got that. We'll figure that one out and get it for you. Probably at halftime if I'm all. Hey, here you go. Hey, Steamboat fans, who got that one? Steamboat fans, who got that one?
Will Eck.
All right. Will Eck, the goal scorer. See, that's all you really need is the fans to sit right in front of the press box. Makes my job exponentially easier. Ensuing face-off picked up by Summit, and the Tigers are going to try and advance this one. Long pole midi getting a shot off, stopped by Hovey. And Caden Hovey now is just going to outlet this, finding Epstein. Epstein is going to try and trot upfield. Nice little fake pass. He opens up a running lane here. And eventually he's bumped off of possession for a moment. Regathers. Nice job from Lowen Epstein, and he's going to trot upfield and eventually gain the box for Steamboat. Epstein taking this one all the way into X. It looks like he might play a little offense. He's got a man. It was Kempers. Couldn't connect on the pass. Skips a couple times into the pocket now of Gilbertson near side to Eck. Will Eck, the goal scorer for the Sailors, up 1-0 here with just under 9 on the clock in this first quarter of play. Now this time will sub out as this is going to be taken by Quinn Keefe. Keefe down to GLE far side, finds Hofer. Hofer looking for options, deciding on Eck, near side GLE. Eck goes top of the box to Gilbertson, fakes a shot. Nice job walking the dog there, out front, shot, a goal, Jacob Gilbertson. Good little run there for your Steamboat Sailors. He got himself into the slot, made no mistake in tucking that one past Schwier. And the Sailors have a quick 2-0 lead here. 8:36 to go in the first quarter of play. A little bit of a different lead at 2-0 than their 2-0 lead against Air Academy, just because of the level of competition. Nothing against Summit whatsoever. It's just Air Academy is one of those classy opponents who are going to be ranked very high in the RPI when everything is said and done. As is Cheyenne Mountain. Cheyenne Mountain, of course, the defending state champions. Definitely able to show off some of their talent there on Friday evening. 8.5 to go here in this one, though. It's a Monday afternoon game. Your Steamboat Sailors up 2-0 as Jackson Foote can't pick up the ball and get it away in time. It's a loose ball once again to the turf. Columbo's in there, and eventually the players battle enough, and there will be a loose ball push. That one called against Steamboat, possession now for the Tigers. Backpedaling is Branson, Dart Branson. Passing it to his man just off the bench. This is Yarding. Yarding goes low far side. Connects with the pass. Man coming out front. Opportunity. Shot! And that one stays out off the pipe. Saw some net moving there, but that was just because of that crossbar shot. Here's an opportunity. Possession still for Summit. Jump shot goes just wide. Will be chased down, however, by the Tigers, as Will Wagner will pick this one up for Summit and take it in from the far side below GLE, and he trots up towards that line. Eventually, work to the top of the box, and there is Yarden. Near side finds Barson. Barson looking for some movement off the ball and a little bit of help. Eventually, he gets it. Passes it over to Finnegan. Finnegan's going to try and just cradle away from pressure, and eventually dishes it down low, finding the stick of Will Wagner. Wagner and X now. Marked up on by Frank Becker. Good stick check there from Becker. It's sent to the turf. And eventually Frank Becker will scoop it up himself. Outlets to Hubby. Nice job from the Sailors. Good defensive set there. And Keefe now gets the ball upfield, and the midi for your Sailors will attack here as Steamboat works it to the far side. This is Ben Hofer who takes it there. 7:20 to go. A 2-0 lead for your Sailors. It has worked around the perimeter once again here from Summit High School. Passed up top. Jackson Lynch waits for it there. He's looking for some support off the bench. It's Kieran Hahn, and he'll get it to him. Hahn will make his way upfield. Plants, cuts, puts a shoulder into a man. Eventually backtracks away from pressure. Looking a little bit better than he was over the weekend. Shot from Hahn and a goal. Kieran Hahn ripping it home. 3-0 lead as Hahn made his way into the high slot, and he just ripped one past Schwier. And a 3-goal lead for your Sailors here with 6:53 to go in this first quarter of play. I want to thank the Corner Slice. Celebrate the Sailors with good food, fun, and friends in Old Town Square, downtown Steamboat. Also, Mountain View Car Wash, helping the Sailors clean the competition between Town and McDonald's on Highway 40. Face-off man is going to be... Really?
Reeves Kirby.
That looks like that's Kirby. Who is it?
Freshman Reeves.
Let's go, Summit!
Reeves.
Reeves Kirby. Kirby?
Yeah.
Okay, so Reeves Kirby, one of those freshmen that we were talking about. And he wins the first face-off of his career and quickly trots off the field to the resounding applause of the boys on the bench. Sailors with another possession here as they will work it into X. Trying to take it out far side is Eck. And eventually he's going to get away from pressure. Has help off the bench. It's Matt Kempers. Did not shoot. And instead now it's going to be taken again on the near side by Ben Hofer. Hofer up top to Gilbertson just above GLE. To the top of the box he finds Tyler Doyne. 6:20 on the clock. 3-0 lead for Steamboat. Tyler Doyne rips one. Big save from Schwier. Rebound picked up and another opportunity sent just wide. Quinn Keefe with the opportunity. Chased down by Steamboat. They say that Summit was the first there. The Tigers have this in the pocket of the man upfield, his long stick midi. He pushes it forward, and eventually the Sailors will battle for it at midfield. Comes to the air. It's going to be contended with, and eventually coming down to the attacking side again. Will Eck will scoop it up for Steamboat. He's going to trot it up into the box himself. Takes it to GLE and then quickly into X. May come on a wraparound. Eck double teamed, and then he quickly goes low to low. Good shot and a better defensive play there from Jack Renner, who got in the lane. Now Gilbertson to Doyne. 5:38 left here in the first quarter of play. A 3-0 lead for the Steamboat Sailors, with Quinn Keefe having the ball far side of the field, inside the box. Works at GLE, finds his man down there. It looks like that was Eck. Back to Keefe, up top now to Doyne. Doyne gives himself a little bit of a lane to pick up some steam. He does so. Now cuts away from pressure, trying to come in. He's got a shooting lane, bounces one home, and a goal there for Steamboat as Tyler Doyne's onto the board. So 4-0 lead for your Sailors, and they're spreading the ball around here as Doyne gets onto the score sheet as well. Goals from Will Eck, Jacob Gilbertson, Kieran Hahn, and Tyler Doyne. 4-0 lead with 5:16 to go here in the first quarter of play. I want to thank Russell's Auto Salon, your premier full-service auto body shop where you always meet by accident. Call Russell's at 879-1515. Also, Steamboat Ace Hardware, the helpful place for hardware, plumbing, tools, grills, garden, and more. Offering customers knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products. Face-off man looks like it's going to be Kirby again, with help on the near side from the likes of Ezra Moyer. Far side looks to be an upside. Kirby pushes it forward, trying to pick it up off the turf. He can't do so. Instead, scooped by a Summit player. And once again, it's the Tigers' help for a moment. Errant pass off the dome piece there of Will Eck. Ends up in the stick of Lone Epstein. And the Sailors are on the attack once again. Under 5 to go in the first quarter. Epstein will just dish this one off, and quickly will trot towards the bench again, going for change. Gilbertson finds Lynch. Little snake play there from Jackson Lynch, getting away from pressure. Finds Doyne now, fakes the shot, trots high slot, gives it off to Will Eck far side, and he lost it out of his pocket, picked up by a Summit player, and they're just going to heave one upfield. That's an ill-advised play. Quickly turned over again. Frank Becker got in the lane, turns it the other direction, and Tyler Doyne's on it for Steamboat. Working it up to GLE, finding Ben Hofer. Hofer into X with a pass to Gilbertson. 4:20 on the clock. Hello, Colorado. And Gilbertson's going to look to come out front with a pass, finding Lynch. Work to the top of the box, middle of the field. There's Griffin Malpe playing a little bit of attack here. I think he's the midfielder, but technically an attacking mid as he gets his first taste of action in the field of play here this season. Pass comes out front now, and Schweer able to get the big pocket there for the goalkeeper in the lane and intercept a pass. Schweer is out. Quickly passes near side. The defender gives it back to Schweer. He's in the middle of the field. He's one off the direction. But again, it's knocked forward by Steamboat. Here's Will Eck turning it quickly. And Eck's going to fire one wide. And in a foot race. Oh, wow. That was an extremely quick whistle. That was amazing. That was. I mean, Schweer took one step out of the crease and got the whistle for that. I don't know what. Is that a thing?
Well, it's as soon as the ball goes out of bounds, it's when they call it. Whoever is closest when the ball gets out of bounds. So like, since it was an absolute ripper, it was out pretty quick. So it was called it quick.
So again, a little bit of help here. Schweer earned that one. I will give him that. Now it looks as though the Sailors are going to have to play a little bit more defense. Potentially just a push. I don't know what that one is. It's possessive whistle nonetheless. 3:18 to go and ticking down here. Summit with the ball. 4-0 lead for your Steamboat Sailors. 4 different goal scorers here on KTYV in this first quarter of play. It's going to be taken near side. Trying to run down. It's Cameron Califf. Califf to GLE near side. Looking to get away from the defense there of McAtee. Look at McAtee. Looking pretty good here in terms of dealing with nagging injury himself, but staying out there, and he hasn't really been pressed in too much action in the first quarter of play, so always helps out. Now an errant feed going to go towards that midfield line, potentially battling for it. Gilbertson will scoop it up for Steamboat. He straddles the line, does an excellent job staying alive in the attacking half. Passes one, finds a man. Oh, and a missed shot there, in and out of the pocket of another number I don't have. Who is it?
Aiden Story.
Aiden Story getting some time attacking. Nice job from him. So I got to write that down. I know him. Another hockey guy here on the lacrosse team. See what's going to take this one in. Lynch quickly fires it up to Jacob Gilbertson. Gilbertson to the box. Fires it to Story. Has to get it off of one hop. Does so successfully. 2:19 to go. A 4-0 lead for Steamboat. Quarter one. This is Quinn Keefe up top to Kieran Hahn. Near side now to Lynch. Lynch into his pocket. Finds Gilbertson. And Gilbertson getting some movement off the ball. This player cycled through, and Hofer ends up in X. He gets the ball there. Comes out near side and trying to get away from pressure. Flag flies. Slash coming up. Shot there from Lynch. Just off the mark. May have hit the post. Wow. Didn't miss by much. Jackson Lynch about an inch inside, and that would have been a goal. Schweer was in the vicinity, but we've got, what, 2 minutes to go? Just under 2 minutes, 1:59 on the clock, and a man-up opportunity for your Steamboat Sailors with 1:59 to go, as they do have the 4-0 lead. I want to thank UC Health, the Yampa Valley Medical Center, here for everything from altitude sickness to emergencies, so you can get back to your adventures in Steamboat. Also, Chris Puckett at the downtown Edward Jones office. You can call Chris at 879-1851 for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC. Ball worked around. This is Hahn. Firing it to Eck. Down low now to Hofer. Ben Hofer is going to look for an option. He's got a cut man. It's Gilbertson behind the back shot. Just wide. It will be chased down by Hahn and Doing both. Kieran Hahn definitely looking a little bit better than we've seen. I mean, those couple days of not going too hard. He's doing tucking one just over the goal frame, chased by Hofer. Maintained possession for Steamboat, but Hahn, like I was, just to finish the thought, looking a lot better here today. And he did. I mean, he was able to chase that one down a little bit more natural looking than he was on Friday or Saturday. Here's Will Eck now up top to Kieran Hahn. Still not 100% you can tell, but here's Hahn coming in, ripping one home. Second goal on the day for Kieran Hahn. Just like that. What a fake from Hahn. He was able to get a defender to bite. He was looking down towards Breckenridge, but wrong direction there. Hahn with a wide open lane from the high slot, and he's going to rip one home, the second of the quarter. 5-0 lead now for Steamboat with 85 seconds to go in the first stanza. Once again, we're going to see Reeves Kirby out to take this draw. Frank Becker playing a little bit of long pole mini. Even Story checks back in. Lone Epstein rounds out your midfield. Story's in the attacking position. What's up?
Frank playing LSM.
Little Becker here. Not sure about his brother moving into that LSM slot, but trying to, I think Yonka went back for him. Off the face-off. Battle for nice contention there by the freshman, but he's ended up losing it. And then there's Becker. He'll get the flag that flies. And Frank Becker just steamrolled a man there for Summit. Now, it looks as though another flag flies, or is that potentially for the Summit player? Maybe had some words with the official. Looks as though Stark Carlton is going to have to take a knee as well. I mean, I didn't really see what happened in terms of that direct hit. It didn't look like it was really that much of a bad hit from Becker. Maybe a little bit from behind, but not as if he drove him hard into the ground.
It was a slash. He used a stick.
Oh, jeez. Slashing. Stepping back to the studio. Back for more. This is KTYV 1057. We're online as well at SteamboatRadio.com. Really slash?
I don't know. He came up. He didn't really hit him. He just went like this, right in front of him.
Dude. Man, that kid on your academy, I still remember number 6.
Oh, yeah.
A couple times. You were down there, right?
Yeah.
Because you guys played before.
Yeah.
Dude, he like wound up and didn't even look at the ball. That thing pissed me off. I was like, this kid is looking for it.
Yeah.
I mean, this sport is insane with how how open it is with the slashing. You know, if you do it right. But
Yeah.
that pissed me off. Someone roll the ball.
Oh, yeah. The Cheyenne game, I was freaking out. I was on the sideline just swinging my stick. Because every single one of their players, whenever they didn't have the ball and they were playing defense, like the middies, they just hold it at the butt end and just baseball bat it.
Dangerous, man. He becomes a weapon.
It's not even like a stick check. It's just like a hurt him enough to drop it.
Yeah.
Even
Back with you here on KTYV 1057 and online at SteamboatRadio.com. 5-on-5 play. First penalty, though, was to Becker, and so it will be possession for Summit. I'm guessing that's what they're ruling this as to why the Tigers have it, but it sounds pretty good, so we're going to go with it. Do want to thank Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals. Your friends coming to town, give them a call, 879-8000, ask for the Locals Connection discount. Also, Mountain Mattress and Furniture, located on Loggers Lane, offering the best prices and service without leaving the valley. Shop local, sleep great. So the Sailors back underway here with just $1:13 to go in the first quarter, and they've got a 5-0 lead. Here on KTYV, worked into X, taking it there, look around the horn now on a 5-on-5 chance, and a loose ball, contended for Epstein battling, throws a man down. Nice job there from Epstein. That'll be a loose ball push though. And so possession for the Summit Tigers. They'll take it in off of the restart whistle. A little stick check there from Yonka, able to knock it free. Picked up again by Summit. Air pass to the near side, and then out of the pocket of Caleb. He does recover, however. And Cameron Califf going to just pass this one down to GLE. Worked around again, perimeter. A lot more space to work with for these boys, as it is, of course, 5-on-5. Trying to get away from pressure is Jake Bell. Bell now battling for it. Able to get through Colombo's pressure, even though it was to the turf for a moment. Pass out front, intercepted by Epstein. And he's just going to trot out to the far sideline and then turn upfield. Epstein now fires past Kaminsky. A little bit behind him. Picked up instead by Gilbertson in the attacking third here for Steamboat. 15 seconds on the clock. Hofer getting direction to just hold it by the coaching staff. It should be, that may be a possessive one. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, then 1. We go to the end of the first quarter of play here on KTYV. Your Sailors up 5-0. 4 different goal scorers. Good first quarter for Steamboat. Back with the second after this. Right, even though like it was just 5-on-5 and technically even strength, it's still possessive.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Louisiana. Murder on the beat. Cut up to you.
I'm just thinking like sledding down that thing, dude.
Yeah. No kidding.
Everybody get your roll on. I was shorty and she doesn't
Cool
want to
backdrop
show
to the
some.
front.
Had a man that feel like goes on. Haven't let the thing loose, girl, it's so long. You been inside, know you like to lay low. I've been keeping what you bringing to the table. Working hard, girl, everything paid for. First, last phone bill, car, no cable. With your phone out, gotta hit the angle. With your phone out, snapping like you Fable. And you showing off, but it's alright. And you showing off, but it's alright. Cause it's your life, yeah. That's a real one in your reflection. Without a follow, without a mention. You really piping up on these. You gotta be nice for what to these. I understand. You got 100 bands. You got a baby bands. You got some bad friends. High school pics. You was even bad then. You ain't stressing off no lover in the past tense. You already had them. Work ahead of you. Finish round 5. All down. You don't see them outside. Yeah, they don't really be the same offline. You know dark days. You know hard times. Doing overtime for the last month. Saturday, call the girls, get them gassed up. Gotta hit the club, gotta make that tough. Gotta hit the club like you hit them angles. With your phone out, snapping like you Fable.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here on KTYV 105.7. Looks like we're going to have an illegal stick infraction against the Summit player or Steamboat. So it is against the Steamboat player, and so I think that gets tagged with a 3-minute unreleasable penalty, if I'm not mistaken. But never doubt, however, here on 105.7 KTYV, the Sailors owning a 5-0 lead after the first 12 minutes. That comes down here from Summit High School. Goals from Will Eck, Jacob Gilbertson, Kieran Hahn, Tyler Doing, and then once again Kieran Hahn. We're trying to see what all is going to occur. Flag was thrown, so I'm guessing there is an illegal stick. That's all I can think of here. We'll see what comes of it all. 12 minutes on the clock, just about set to get underway. Your Sailors left right now on KTYV here in this second quarter. Still waiting on the officials who are conferring with the coaching staff on both sides. Trying to figure it all out. And I'm still confused, so we got that going for us, which is nice. Good opportunity to thank Yampa Valley Bank, Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank, member FDIC, also Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated, contractor's choice and homeowner's friend. Can't forget the corner slice. Celebrate the Sailors with good food, fun, and friends in Old Town Square, downtown Steamboat, Mountain View Car Wash. Helping the Sailors clean the competition between Town and McDonald's on Highway 40. Caden Hovey didn't really get touched. I don't think he even had a save, really. He had one shot that went wide of the goal frame and a couple of chances, but really nothing extended for Hovey that he had to defend against. And the Sailors did an excellent job. Anytime that someone had possession, they really were keeping the outside. Not a whole lot of opportunities in high chance real estate. Definitely not what I was looking for, but I'm going with it regardless. Still confused on the far side, so that's extremely frustrating. And we are going to step to the studio because I'm confused. This is KTYV 157. We're online as well as steamboatradio.com. What's going on? It's hot out in the sun.
Yeah, no kidding.
Really, what's going on here?
I don't know. Look at him.
Back with you here on KTYV 1057. We're online at steamboatradio.com. Restart whistle comes. Summit did end up with man up chance here, 5-on-4. Not 100% certain on what the calling was. I'm trying to ask Little Becker. He's equally as bamboozled as I am. Half minute gone though. It's 5-0 lead. Regardless, ball bounces in. That one gonna count. Went off of Jake Bell, who was in front. 5-1 now the score. As the Tigers able to put one home. That was kind of an awkward camera. I think it hit the actual shaft of the stick and then bounced forward past Caden Hovey. They all count the same though. Never ask how, just how many. 11:24 to go in the first half of play. 5-1 lead for Steamboat. And it looks as though it is Epstein who's in there taking a knee, as is Tyler Doyne. Doyne's actually sitting down here, so he might have that 3-minute unreleasable. That's the penalty, I understand, is what's given for a illegal stick, right? Sure.
I think so.
Sure.
I'm not sure.
Sounds
I've
good.
never experienced it.
Face off and a big one for Steamboat. Not able to win it. Kempers gets beat on it. And it's Summit who possesses again as they will bring out another attacker. The Tigers trying to get back-to-back goals here, but before anything can happen, we've got ourselves a timeout. 11:14 to go, second quarter of action. It's 5-1 Steamboat. This is your Steamboat Sailor Sports Connection, KTYV 1057. We're online as well at steamboatradio.com.
Remember that. My DOC was my ODID, my facts. Now POV of you and me similar I act. I don't hate you, but I hate to critique, overrate you. These beats of the top caught, use bass lines to replace you. Take time and erase you. Love don't get no more, no, I don't fear no more. But I have respect and grace and still no more.
Oh, it's so sad to think about the good times you and I. 'Cause baby, now we got back. You know we used to be friends. So take a look what you've done. 'Cause baby, now we got back. Now we got lost. And I don't think we can stop. You made a really deep cut. And baby, let's make it.
Back with you here on KTYV 1057. Sailors up 5-1. The Summit Tigers getting some extra word from their coaching staff. I think Tyler Doyne still may be out. I'm not sure. It looks like the Sailors have 5 on the field here once again. Summit coming out. Still man up opportunity. 11:14 left. Sun beating down on us here in the press box. Which is nice. That means flippy season just around the corner. Already got that capitalized on last weekend's trip to Denver. able to break the flip-flops out first time this season. Excited about that. Worked around the corner again. Summit will take this one. They're man up for the next minute and 50 seconds or so. To the top of the box once again. Good little pitch and catch play near side. 5-1 lead for your Sailors. Now left to right on KTYV. It's going to be to the middle of the field, top of the box. Work from your side to Caleb. Caleb goes down now. The stick and possession of Noah Martins. Martins trying to come out front. Malcolm marking up on Martin's far side now, passing it down. An opportunity, a tight angle shot to goal. Summit able to convert once again. And the Tigers, just like that, get 2 of their own in response to the Sailors. 5 in first quarter action. Looked as though that was Stark Carlton. Puts it home, and it's 5-2 now. Your Steamboat Sailors is going to get some possession and hopefully stop the bleeding a little bit here. After not allowing anything in the first 12 minutes. 10:28 left in the second quarter of play. Kemper's out to take another draw. He's going to have Kaminsky on that far side of the field, helping him out in the midfield slot. Kemper's waiting on the official to step back. He places the ball. And the whistle blows. That's going to be a fair draw pushed forward by Summit. It comes out of the man's pocket. It's Caleb who's trying to chase it down. He does so, scoops it off the turf. And the Tigers now advancing once again offensively. 5-2 score. Man up chance for Summit. Forward from GLE, far side. That's Jake Bell passing it down low, finding the stick of Will Wagner. Wagner passing out front. And eventually works it to the top of the box. There's Yardy, who has it there. Yarding's pass, knocked free. Nice job from Kaminsky with an active stick. Has help from Colombo, but eventually Caleb will scoop it back up for Summit. Works it down low. Another errant feed. It's a little low. Scooped up by Summit, but then they lose possession. Flag flies. That's a late one. McAtee's going to take a 1-minute slashing penalty there. Good acting on display by Jake Bell, who did a couple lunges to try and draw that call on the final few steps of that ball chase. 9:46 to go. Now it's 2-man up once again. I think there's 46 seconds left in Doyne's penalty until he releases for the 3-minute unreleasable stick infraction there. 5-2 score. Your Sailors still on top. It's going to be taken in by Will Wagner. Wagner comes to your side, finds the stick of Martins. Martins trying to get it back down low again. And Wagner has to chase it down. He does so, keeping it alive. In the GLE now. Wagner up top to Martins once again to Wagner once more coming out front. And it looks as though we've got ourselves a timeout taken by Summit. 9:26 to go. Second quarter of play. This is your Steamboat Sailor Sports Connection. Steamboat on top, 5-2. You're on 105.7 and online at steamboatradio.com. Always more fun to play.
Last time I saw you, say what's up and push I through. Then I tried to catch you, but we're always on the move.
Real.
Choices.
Do you drive down ever again?
Not every time, but just Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, here on KTYV 105.7. We are online as well, steamboatradio.com. You can go to the live stream link from there, or just go on to YouTube and search Steamboat Radio. Excuse me, should be a first one, I think the live one comes up first. Steamboat up 5-2. All their goals came in the first. The Summit Tigers have responded with 2 of their own here in the opening couple of minutes of quarter number 2. Summit will have this ball out of the timeout. The Sailors set to once again get the man out of the box. Tyler Doyne's infraction going to conclude in 26 seconds, and then McAtee will still have to sit for at least a little bit longer. Not too long. 5-2 score here. We're going to have the ball from the near side. Going to be taken in by Wagner. Wagner goes up top. Finds a stick of Caliph. Caliph across the top of the box to Noah Martins. Back to Caliph. Near side to Wagner. Goes low on a pass. Finds a stick of Yarden. Fakes a pass to the slot area. And will eventually dish it off to Martins. Far side. Errant pass there. And it's going to get away from the man. Sailors will take this one in. And on the restart whistle here, they'll take it as Kieran Hahn trots to the field to pick it up. It's 9:04 on the clock. Hahn now. He'll just take it as he gets his man out of the box. His first one, that is. Hahn now. Across the field, able to escape pressure. And then stick check free from it. And Summit takes it back, but their pass, again, an errant one. Behind the intended target, there was Noah Martins upfield, and so Steamboat will have it again. McAtee should be released in here in just a second. Frank Becker going to chase this ball down. 8:45 left in the second quarter. 5-2 lead for your Steamboat Sailors. They're left to right here on KTYV. Hahn, nice job to avoid pressure there. He's going to take it up the field of play. The pass finds Gilbertson. Gilbertson has a man down the middle. Didn't see him. And the Sailors at full strength as Gilbertson, I think, is making a few noises as he tries to avoid pressure. Kind of fun. And the pass. Hands in possession for Aiden Story. Story now. Take this one as Gilbertson. Ball's worked around and is taken by Malpe. Griffin Malpe up top finds Jackson Lynch. Lynch comes down near side to Story. Cradles. Aiden Story. Avoid pressure, gives a pass back up to Lynch. Far side now to Malpe again. He's middle of the field, top of the box. Griffin Malpe's going to try and make a quick little run. Fires one just off the mark. Griffin Malpe tried to put his name on the other side of the score column here. Look at it. Outlet pass from Summit. It's a high one, but it's got it in by Caleb. Run up the field of play. Forced to the outside by Foot. Ends up getting it upfield though. Good connection there. And now it's going to be worked to the box by Summit. 7.5 minutes left. And this 5-2 game. Pass down to GLE. Worked along to X now. Wagner up top to Martins. Martins into the slot. Here's an opportunity. Man shoots. Big save. Rebound put towards the goal. It stops. Cameron Colombo on the goal line, able to stop that one. And Hubby loses the ball again. Battled for, and eventually Hubby gets back and makes a save. Wow, what a little sequence there defensively. Cameron Colombo with a huge stop at the goal line. Now Frank Becker's up the field of play for Steamboat. Eventually passes that one off. He finds the stick of Doyne. Goes low to Aiden Story. Story into X with a pass to Hofer. Hofer now, far side, finds his man. It's Gilbertson. 6:43 to go. Gilbertson, far side, going to try and get out front with it. An opportunity, shoots and scores. Jacob Gilbertson with his second of the game. And it's 6-2. 6.5 minutes left here in this first half of play. I'm hearing that I'm kind of bouncing in and out, so I apologize on that. I'll try and resolve that issue at halftime, see if I might not be able to fix things up. 6-2 lead for your Steamboat Sailors off of Gilbertson's second. Once again, we have Reeves Kirby coming out to take the face-off for Steamboat with looks like that's Moyer coming out. Yeah, Epstein is on the far side. It'll be Kirby's. 6:36 left in this second quarter. Kirby waits on the Zebras to back up. We get that in. And it looks like a false start called against Summit. Steamboat possession. Kirby will pass this one off to Epstein and quickly, no, he's going to be ushered to stay on the field of play. Epstein passes off to Gilbertson. Work to Hofer now. Hofer near side, finding the stick of Aiden Story. Story at GLE near side, waiting for help. Gives it back down to Hofer. Hofer takes it, firing it to Gilbertson. Gilbertson up to Doyne. Doyne now to Griffin Malpe, and Malpe will take it. There's a pass inside to Story. Got away from him. Rebound comes to the ground and eventually scooped up by Summit. Then a stick check there from Gilbertson. Great ride. And Jacob Gilbertson down below GLE. Now taking it to X with some speed. Gilbertson backtracks, eventually finds Story. Story gonna try and shoot. Stopped by Schweer. Low to high there from Aiden Story. Read easily by Schweer. 5:45 on the clock. Pass comes out as Summit tries to advance this. Getting back is Keith. Gonna have help off the bench. There's Moyer joining the fray for Steamboat. Epstein as well. 6-2 lead for your Steamboat Sailors with 5.5 to go. Looked around, pass to the near side. Frank Becker with a good job stopping the attack there of Wagner. Wagner trots near side GLE, trying to escape Colombo now. Eventually just passes one up top, finding the stick of Stephen Yarding. Yarding, far side. He's got his man, that was Navarez. Navarez goes low, pass eventually ends up in the stick with Summit player at X. Whipped out front, Jake Bell avoids pressure. Gives a pass to Martins. Noah Martins and X again. Under 5 to go now in the half. Pass to Yardim up top. Yardim tries to open up a shooting lane. He rips one, and that one skips just wide. The flag flies as Yardim got hit there just a little bit late, and Epstein will have to take a knee. Unreleasable penalty there for cross-checking against Lone Epstein. 4:49 left now in the second quarter of play. 6-2 lead for your Steamboat Sailors. Looks like it's a 2-minute unreleasable there against Epstein. He will have to feel shame. And after 2 minutes, he is free. 6-2 the score. I'm a little bummed you don't know that reference.
What?
You've never seen Slapshot?
No.
Greatest,
I probably have.
probably the greatest movie ever made.
Okay.
Definitely the greatest sports movie ever made. Worked up top, and it's going to be man-up opportunity for the Summit Tigers. The paramedics. Here's an opportunity for Summit. Pass comes down low. Nice job from Frank Becker. Gets an active stick, intercepts a pass. He's going to run upfield with it. Frank the Tank taking this one across midfield line. And eventually he comes in, will try and shoot. Oh, skips just wide. Gilbertson will chase it down for the Sailors. And Frank is going to be ushered to stay up top once again. 4:22 to go. Gilbertson's going to take this in for your Sailors. They are left to right here on KTYV 105.7. Works near side to Hofer. He walks gingerly up to GLE and eventually will just wait for pressure. Man up play for your Sailors. Worked up top now to stick of Matt Kempers.
Double, let's go!
Back to Hofer. Hofer gets it back to Kempers.
Get out of there!
Kempers feeds it up to the stick of Kieran Hahn. The coaching staff trying to usher him up as a double team on the ball. Going into this man-up play, 3:51 to go, and so just a minute left in the Epstein penalty. Here's Hahn now. Fakes a pass, got everyone to look the other direction, including me. Hahn keeping it himself. And eventually he passes it up. That one in and out of the pocket of Kempers, though he does recover. And Matt Kempers will just scoop this with 3.5 on the clock. 6-2 lead for your Sailors. Works it near side to Will Eck. That goes back to Kempers. Kempers feeding one over to Gilbertson in and out of his pocket. Scooped up by Summit, and the Tigers are away. Still with some time here on the man-up chance. Hahn's in pursuit. Ball worked low to GLE. Scooped up by Bell. Gets it into X, finding Wagner. In and out of his pocket, he regathers it.
Cut down!
And
3, cut!
That's Wagner. Going up to Mark. Shoots. That one off. Mark may have glanced off the defender's stick. Sent just wide. 10 seconds left in the Epstein penalty before he will release. 6-2 lead for your Steamboat Sailors here on KTYV. Ball's taken in again by Summit. Pass to Wagner. Can't control. 2:53 left in this first half. And the restart whistle. And we'll release from the penalty area for Steamboat. And Kaminsky getting his war cry as he comes onto the field of play here. 2.5 left now. In the second stanza, we've got a 6-2 lead.
Cut down! 3, cut!
And we passed up to Martins. Martins takes a pass low, rips a shot, stopped by Hovey. And Caden Hovey looks to escape the crease here. And we'll go for a long ball up the field. He's finding Kempers. Nice connection there with Hovey and Kempers. Here comes Matt Kempers. Trying to avoid pressure from behind. He's able to get a pass off to Will Eck. Had an opportunity to go to Keith, didn't do it, and instead will just be forced to pass down low. Finds Ben Hofer, scoops it off the turf, and Hofer goes to X, finding Gilbertson. Under 2 to go now in this first half. We've got Jackson Lynch, top of the box. Tries to make a run, gets a stick in the dome piece, reverses away from pressure, goes down low, in and out of the pocket there of Hofer, and Hofer does regather in X. A little spin move, trying to get free, passes one off, shot from Gilbertson, just off the mark, may have been stopped by Schweer. Regardless, it's chased down by Steamboat, 95 seconds to go in the half. Going to be taken in from the near side, and it will be Will Eck who takes it. Fires one to Hofer. Hofer now has options and decides on Eck. Will Eck couldn't control that. He'll open up the scoring back in quarter number 1. Sailors will take this. Will Eck now fires it over to Lynch. No real urgency to the Steamboat attack. They're up 6-2 right now against Summit with 65 seconds left in the half. Kemper's down low now to Ben Hofer. Hofer into X, finding Will Eck. Eck trotting away from the pressure put on by Tim Gallagher. And eventually it's going to be worked around the horn again to Jackson Lynch. Lynch cutting away from the pressure. Shoots! Stopped by Schweer. Chased down by Eck, and he will take it in with 47 seconds on the clock. The Sailors just content to move it around the perimeter here, but no real hurry to their offense. Like I said, Will Eck will have this one with just about 40 on the clock. Pass comes up top, in and out of the stick there. Ben Hofer is going to try and chase it down before the sideline. Good hustle there. Matt Kemper is able to beat it to the sideline, keeping it alive, and your Sailors have it again. Under half a minute left. Lynch, far side now to Keith. And Keith trying to make a run to the slot. He's got an opportunity. And he initiates contact, shoots off the post there, and it'll be chased down again by Steamboat, though it looks as though we may have a penalty coming up, slashing called against Art Branson. So the Sailors will go man up here, 16 seconds on the clock. If they don't have an opportunity to shot, we may see them just keep this one, so they'll start with possession on the other side. 16 on the clock. We will have that after a quick timeout. Back to the studio for a moment. This is KTYV 105.7, your Sailor Sports Connection.
What? Yeah. This hasn't been a very exciting game.
Feels like both teams kind of came in like
I feel like Steamboat's too comfortable though. They're like putting in, they're like Frank Stay on offense, and they're like, yeah.
Griffin running all around the field.
But Griffin's good. The sun is crazy hot.
Yeah.
Pretty much have a gnarly sunburn.
Back with you here on KTYV 105.7. So the Sailors, again, like I was talking about before I kicked it back to the studio, they've got an opportunity here to either try to set a play up and get a shot to score and capitalize on the man up, or if they choose to do so, they can just run out the 16 seconds if nothing's available to them and keep the possession themselves. They would keep the ball to start the second half of play, and they would still have 44 seconds of man-up opportunity to work with. So we'll see what the coaching staff has decided on. 6-2 lead here for your Sailors. They've got the latest goal, though they have been outscored 2-1 here in the second quarter, and it's going to be taken in by Doing. He's on the near side, deep in the corner. Gets the whistle, and we are underway as he trots towards X, looking for an option out front. Tyler Doing now takes another pass, eventually gives it up to Gilbertson, and Gilbertson with 7 on the clock. Passes near side to Lynch. Lynch near side to Eck. Now Eck shoots. Big save from Schweer.
Hold it, hold it, hold it! Oh,
And we'll see what happens
all
here.
I have to do to hold it. That was a face-off.
6-2 lead, going to halftime. It's the Sailor Sports Connection, KTYV 105.7, online at steamboatradio.com. Oh, FaceTime. Are you gonna stick up here?
What?
You're gonna stay up here?
Most likely.
Probably not gonna run around.
I don't know, my brother.
That was a bad joke. If you do, we'll step out to the chat. Just stick it when you go for us.
Okay.
Drinking a German beer with a Cuban cigar in the middle of Paris with a Dominican bar. Great head on her shoulders, she probably studied her hard. She transferred to Harvard, King's College. She says that I'm her favorite because she admires the art. Michelangelo was the flow, Picasso was the home. Well put together like a piece by Gershwin, Renaissance style. So now you fix the perfect smile. And pack your bags real good, baby, because you'll be going for a while.
Yo.
Yeah.
Feeling really ambitious.
I was standing just because I could stand above this so where the sun wouldn't hit my eye.
Yeah.
But now the sun's a lot lower, so
Yeah, I know. We're right in between there.
yeah.
That's cool. I got us.
Oh yeah, perfect.
And preemptive, so we don't get hit. I mean, we'll still get hit a little bit. But, nice. That actually we might be cooking. Cooking with gas, as my boss would say. Oh, teach me how to Dougie. Do you know how to Dougie?
No.
Can you teach me how to Dougie? You're like, no, I don't. Me neither.
They gon' be on you when they see you with that dirty ride. Ain't nobody shooting with my broken motor side. He go by Bubba and he with that different thing. I ain't from Dallas, but I need tail boogie. I show my moves on to everybody trying to do it. I live above kids and all the ladies trying to screw it. Now you can just do you, and I'ma do it. Do what I hate, so they try to shoot me.
Not always have fun to do though.
I think they try to do me.
If we jump out to the huge lead, that's equally just like don't call, you know. I'd rather just not see them come back. So there's word coming in that it was senior skip day. And so there's no seniors out here for some of you.
Oh.
There's a whole lot of them. That's not true though. It's college. Alright, that's good. Next.
Alright.
Go, Steamboat!
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, just underway with this second half of play. Chance shot goal. Will Ike gets the feed from Kieran Hahn on the near post. He's able to go low to high. Nice little shot there. And the Sailors strike, man up. Took just a couple seconds off of the clock. And Steamboat now has a 7-2 lead. A really good start there for Steamboat. Just what they wanted to do. You know, you get out here, make sure that you put your foot down. Not allowing Summit any hope, really, that they can come back in this one. And bada bing, bada boom, right, Little Becker?
Right.
Absolutely. We've got a face-off here, and Hahn now taking, nope, just kidding. That is Reeves Kirby's back out there. Hahn took his first draw in the last few games. The last one out, was able to win it. Good to kind of just test how everything's feeling for him, as he is still kind of working off of an injury. Nice job from Kirby to fight for this one. Nice stick check from Reeves as well. Looking for some help from Yanka. Didn't get it quite enough. And it's going to be dished off by Summit. Tiger's still trying to gain the box. Good work by Yanka to press an opportunity for a man. It's a long roll shot. Oh, just off the mark. May have carried off the defender in front. And the flag will fly. And it looks as though we'll have a action coming up here. Though it is against Summit here, I believe. It sounded like it said green, I'm not sure. One of the Yampa Valley Bank, Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank, member FDIC. Also Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated, the contractor's choice and homeowner's friend. As well as Russell's Auto Salon, Steamboat Ace Hardware, and UC Health, and Yampa Valley Medical Center. Sailors do have possession. They've got another man-up chance. And we'll see what happens. 11-17 to go in this third quarter. 7-2 lead already for Steamboat. Kieran Hahn's going to take it off of the ensuing whistle. It was a cross-check against Summit. Here comes Hahn now. Gains the box. Wants the shot. Doesn't take it. Gives it to Doyne. Bounces off his stick. Goes low to Hofer. And Hofer is going to gather it in for Steamboat, trying to come out front with it. Instead passes to Eck. Eck dishes one to Gilbertson. Had to reach out with one hand on that. Picks up the loose ball now. Gilbertson fakes it to Hahn. Now he gives it to Hahn. Far side to Doyne. Doyne turns, doesn't fire. Instead it's to Hofer. Dodges inside, shoots one just wide. Chased down by Steamboat. Will Ike will take this one in for your Sailors. 7-2 lead for Steamboat. Man up. Pass comes from your side of Gilbertson. Now to Hahn. Hahn gives it off to Tyler Doyne. Doyne rips one home. Tyler Doyne with a nice little high-to-low shot there. Able to put home his second of the game as well, and it's 8-2 Steamboat.
Go, Steamboat!
Nice shot from the Sailors. 2 man-up chances here to start this quarter off, and they're able to convert on both. 6-goal lead again for your Steamboat squad. Well, I mean, for the first time, I guess. This afternoon, they had a 5-goal lead earlier after striking the first 5 to all in quarter one. And a couple goals from Summit, 3 more unanswered from Steamboat. And it's 8-2. 10:37 to go here in this third quarter of play. Face-off man is going to be Reeves Kirby. Kirby, the freshman, getting his first taste of action. He's gone about 50-50 in the face-off dot, I'd say. Gets help from Foot. Now Kirby scoops up again, and Reeves is away for the Sailors. He'll just dish one low to Ben Hofer. Hofer takes it to the box. And below GLE. Worked into X. Will Eck will take it there for your Sailors. 10:16 on the clock and ticking down here in third quarter play. Pass comes up top to Gilbertson. Gives it off to Maltby at the top of the box. Across to Keefe. Quinn Keefe will take this, working low to GLE again. And Hofer goes to X with the pass to Eck once more. It's really, when they put him down there, it makes it a little bit of a tongue twister getting that off and trying to still make sure I'm enunciating it correctly. Here's Quinn Keefe now, trying to get away from pressure. Stick check free of him. And then eventually Keefe tries to body man off, scooped up by Maltby. Griffin Maltby taking it into X, slowing it down, cradling away from pressure. Maltby, of course, your normal goalkeeper for Steamboat. Due to the injuries and players not here, he had to play. Tried to get a shot off. prematurely leaves the pocket. Steamboat still has it. Inside shot. No goal. Whistle blew well before that, so it won't count. 9:27 to go. Looks as though a Steamboat Sailor man was in the box, or sorry, in the crease. Violation will draw the turnover. 9:27 on the clock. Third quarter action. We're back underway. Another errant feed from Summit right off of that drop. It's going to come to the ground. Foot is fighting for this one. Still pushing the man off. Eventually kicks forward. Frank Becker picks it up, and he's going to trot across the midfield line. Pass too far there for Gilbertson. It's going to be knocked forward by Eck. Tries to scoop it up, and will take it into X. Your Sailors with it once more. Will Eck trying to avoid pressure. They just peel right back to X once again. With under 9 to go now in the quarter. 8-2 lead. Your Steamboat Sailors on top. Here on KTYV. Will be taken up top. That was Spencer Schlegel with it. Shot just off the mark. Chased down by Schweer. Good wheels there from the Summit netminder. He was on his toes, ready for that. And beats Willek to the ball, and your Sailors will now possess. I'm sorry, we'll have to play some defense. Easy for me to get it wrong out here. I'm only seeing like half the field. We've got to lower the, not lowering our standards, are we? Maybe, I don't know. The sun is coming down on us, and we have to kind of lower this little, I'd call it a window cover maybe. Pass goes up front. Long ball, chased down by Jake Bell. And Summit has this one in the box. A unique way of getting it there, but they do so and they'll possess out of X. Pass comes near side. Off the mark there. Went under the stick of Will Wagner, out of bounds. It'll be a Steamboat ball. Looks as though we've got a whistle. Will X going to go to the box here. Will X, see, I told you, I knew I was going to do something like that. Will X is going to the box. Looks as though he's going to have penalty. Not sure what that call is. Unsportsmanlike perhaps, 30 seconds or a minute. So 1 minute unreleasable. 8:02 to go here. 8-2 lead. Your Sailors are on top. The right to left on 105.7. Summit will take this one in, however, and have man up chance. It's going to be trotted forward by Stephen Yarding. Yarding goes low, gets it right back. Far side finds Caleb. Caleb continues around, finding Martins. Martins trying to open up a shooting lane, doesn't have it. Good pressure there by Jonathan Quinn Kaminsky first. Now a long pole with a shot. Off the mark. That is not a long pole, man. I just looked at Kaminsky's stick. My apologies, but here are the attackers for Summit. And out of the pocket there. Scooped right back up again by Bell. And he will go into Martins. On far side to Wagner. Wagner continue in. Finding a stick now of Yarding. Yarding goes low with a pass to Caleb. Good little cycling off the ball here by Summit. 7:16 to go. Pass near side to Bell. Rips a shot off the post. And it's going to be scooped up by Colombo. He loses the ball to the turf once more. And eventually it's going to be battled for. Good contending there from the Sailors. And eventually Frank Becker runs in. Had it for a moment, then lost it. Picked up by Bell. Sailors release. We're at full strength now. Pass eventually scooped off the turf by Caleb. Under 7 minutes to go now in the quarter. 8-2 lead for Steamboat. Jake Bell didn't shoot. Pass comes near side. Taking it there is Yarden. Goes for a back post play. Nice job from Hovey. He's able to knock it down. Gets it right back on a feed from Kaminsky and will just escape the crease behind the net. Caden Hovey now. Fires one over to Becker. Gets it right back from him. And we'll have to scoop it off the ground. Looking for somebody up the field to play. It is Gilbertson. Jacob Gilbertson across the midfield line now. We're looking for options. The Sailors need to hurry to get this into the box. Running out of time here, and eventually Tyler Dorn does get it just in time there for Steamboat. Passing it down low to Hofer. Up now to the stick of Story. He fires one to Tyler Dorn. 6 minutes on the clock now here in third quarter action. 8-2 lead for Steamboat. They've got both goals in the quarter thus far. Pass to Gilbertson near side. It's looking reminiscent of the game that we saw at Gardner Field. 14-2 was the final there. Sailors pass it far side. Find Hofer with it. For the most part, Summit's kind of been a bit quiet defensively. They're not overly pushing out. There's a loose ball, scooped up by Tyler Doyne. Fires it to Quinn Keefe. Looking for a shot, big save, and the rebound will be taken in by Schwer. We're going for a quick outlet. That one is taken in by Summit. They try to attack. Numbers up the field.
Push it!
It's going to be Yarden. Has to shoot one, just off the mark with it. Chased down by Wagner, and it will be a Summit ball still. I want to thank Yampa Valley Bank. The Yampa Valley is only locally owned bank, member FDIC. Also, Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated. The contractor's choice and homeowner's friend. Chris Puckett of the Downtown Edward Jones office, and a proud supporter of Sailors Athletics. Call Chris at 879-1851 for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC. This one's going to be taken by the stick of Jake Lau. Lau trying to escape pressure, passes it down to Bell. Had to avoid contact with Lau there. And it goes up top now to Dart Branson. Now a chance for Bell. Tried to shoot, lost the ball. Passes to the high slot again. Opportunity, and good save there from Hovey once again. Caden Hovey hasn't been tested a whole lot here throughout the afternoon, but he has been up to the task more often than not. 4.5 minutes now remaining in this third quarter of play. At the midfield line, contended for. In there for Steamboat is Teague Berger. He gets knocked to the ground, recovers his feet, and actually just knocked it away from his own man. Teague Berger saw red, thought white, knocked it free, and eventually becomes a Summit possession. Epstein trying to force a man out. The Sailors looking to press out defensively. It will eventually be taken in by Noah Martins. Martins trying to come out front. Great job from Becker. He stumbles. Delivers on the oohs and ahs. This bench there for Summit. Ball is loose. And in the slot scooped up by a Summit Tiger player. Pass comes near side. And a man turns, fires just off the mark there. However, again, it is chased down by the Tigers. 3:51 to go now in the third quarter of play. 8-2 lead for Steamboat over the hometown Summit squad. Do want to thank Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals. Friends come to town, give them a call, 879-8000. Ask for the Locals Connection discount. Also, Mountain Mattress and Furniture, located on Loggers Lane, offering the best prices and service without leaving the valley. Shop local, sleep great. All worked in by Summit. They're trying to find some offense here in the last couple minutes of this third quarter of play. Sailors with the 8-2 lead. Shot stop by Hovey once again. Quickly turns it upfield, finds Epstein. With that receiver's juke, he's able to get free. Epstein now, one of many multi-sport athletes here on the Sailors roster. I think actually, if I had to venture to guess, all of these Steamboat boys probably play multiple sports for the Sailors. Do you know of anyone who doesn't, Little Becker? Any just lacrosse players on this team? Of course not. Under 3 to go in the third now. Worked across to Gilbertson, 8-2 lead for Steamboat. Ball moving around the perimeter. Kieran Hahn out there once again for Steamboat. Fires it low. Has a stick of Tyler Doyne. Doyne now to the top of the box. Finds Hahn. Hahn tries to avoid pressure. To get it off to Ben Hofer. Takes a pass. Nice little stutter stepping in a 360. Passes it again to Hahn. Gather that in with one hand on the stick. Fires it low, finding the stick of Aiden Story. Story looking to Hahn again. Far side GLE. Up top to Hofer. 2:17 left. Taking down here in the quarter. Past the Story. Tries to feed it across to Gilbertson. And Gilbertson picks it up very nearly. Desperation play from Schwer. Covers it. Gilbertson with a good little jump on the ball there. Really intercepts and turns it into a Steamboat goal, but goes the other direction instead. Summit has it with under 2 to go now. Passing into the box. Bell will take it. Fires it back up top. Intercepted by Doyne. Regathered by Summit. And this is going to be worked around Jake Bell near side. Worked into X. Finds the stick of Wagner there. Wagner trying to come out far side. Good defensive play from Columba riding it. And it's going to be Wagner who just eventually passes up top. As he finds his intended target. That was Martins. Martins pass to Yarden. Goes off of that man and out of bounds. Steamboat will possess. 85 on the clock now. 8-2 lead. Third quarter of play. You good?
Yeah, it's just The sun's reflecting right off the water there, and it's like really great.
Going to be taken near side to Gilbertson. Gilbertson up top to Tyler Doyne. Again, the Sailors, as has been the case throughout the afternoon, they've been somewhat lackadaisical offensively, but not as if they've, I guess slow is a better term. There's Gilbertson, rips one just wide. Hofer will chase it down. It's just been interesting to see them. There's really been no sense of urgency whatsoever in Steamboat's attack. Hasn't needed to be. I mean, they have an 8-2 lead here, but again, you can get lulled into a sense of security and sometimes take that into another game, such as against, a Cheyenne Mountain, potentially in Air Academy. I'm not saying anything happened there, but hey. 35 on the clock now. And ticking down third quarter play. Griffin Moffitt tried to pass it out front, couldn't get it. Scooped up by a Summit defender. They'll just go to Schweer with the pass. Under half a minute to go in this quarter. Schweer looking for the outlet, doesn't have it. Now he's challenged. Hofer in there. Nice job from Ben Hofer. And the pass does find its mark. Summit trying to turn it upfield. Running out of time here. Really was slow in their attack. Gilbertson was trying to get back and press the matter. Work far side. Scooped up by Summit at the sideline. Able to keep it alive. This is going to be taken by Martins. Fires it to Wagner. 3 on the clock. Wagner trying to get it out front. Too little, too late. Horn sounds. We'll step away for a moment. Back with the fourth quarter of play. This is your Sailors Sports Connection, KTYV 105.7. We're online at steamboatradio.com.
Do you have time to the bathroom?
Go for it. I don't think me.
Do you know where it is?
Yeah, it's right underneath where you came in. So on that side of the bleachers. I'll just keep this in for you, right, bud?
Are you ready for the sequel? Are you ready for the latest? In the goddamn people, I'm gonna be the greatest. In a golden cathedral, I'll be praying for the thickness. And if you lose, boo-hoo, hey, look my baby. Friends are happy for me, all their honeysuckle phonies. They celebrate my medals, or they wanna take my trophies. Some are royal, just why these other thorns are rosy. And if you never know, you can trust and trust that you'll be lonely. Are you ready for the sequel? Are you ready for the latest? In the goddamn people, I'm gonna be the greatest. In a golden cathedral, I'll be ready for the thickness. And if you
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, here on KTYV 105.7. We're online as well, steamboatradio.com. Your Sailors own an 8-2 lead as we head into the fourth and final quarter of play on KTYV. You can also catch this one on YouTube, or like I said, steamboatradio.com has the link that takes you there to watch it live. If you would like to do that. Sailors have goals from Will Eck, Jacob Gilbertson, Kieran Hahn, Tyler Doyne, Kieran Hahn again, Jacob Gilbertson again, Will Eck again, and then Tyler Doyne again. So 8 goals, 4 different goal scorers for Steamboat. A game that is coming on the heels of 2 of the tougher ones the Sailors have played. This group as a whole has never been beaten as they did on Friday night against Cheyenne Mountain, 19-4. Followed up, could not come up with the victory against Air Academy, lost 14-6, and so a tough weekend, but they've come out here on a Monday, 1 day off, able to kind of reset. They are dealing with injuries and a lot of players that just are not in the vicinity to play today, but they do have some freshmen, some sophomores making an impact here on this one. 8-2 lead for Steamboat as we're just about set to start the fourth and final quarter of play. Hahn's going to take a face-off for Steamboat. Hasn't been out there for a whole lot of those here today. And in fact, we didn't see him take any draws this weekend because he's also coming back, but it looks as though there's some confusion on the field. As Summit does not have the correct amount of players out there. About to finally see the action again, though, as they fix things up. Han's going to have Jackson Lynch and Ezra Moyer on both sidelines. The official talking with the coach on that far side of the field. Now the Steamboat coach comes in as well. Trying to figure out what they're looking at. I'm not sure if there's a stick in the officials' hands or not. We already have had one penalty that was dished out to Tyler Doyne for an illegal stick. It doesn't look like he's got one. It looks like it might actually be simply a
Find a rule that was lost in time.
rule book. Not certain. Not certain. We're going to step way back to the studio. Back with more. This is KTYV 1057. They started recording for him, not knowing.
What are you doing?
I have no idea. Are you a freshman?
Sophomore.
What's your name? Jack. Oh, this is not
Are they doing a stick checking it?
probably a certain degree of like, hey, it's 82 right now.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm a thoroughbred, that's what she said in the back of my truck bed as I was getting buzzed on suds out on some backcountry road. We were flying high, fine as wine, having ourselves a big and rich time, and I was going just about as far as she'd let me go. But her evaluation.
Let's go, Steamboat! Let's go, Kieran! Let's go, Jackson!
They're a pretty stacked middle lineup. Kieran and Lynch.
I'm so glad you guys have team spirit.
Back with you here, just underway. Just had the opening face-off. Steamboat is going to work it as they have offense for the first possession of the fourth. Kieran Hahn had a little wolf action on that. Summit, good defense. I have no idea what just happened on the far side, but I did hear the resounding, Boat and Kieran Hahn cheers. And I gotta say, these lacrosse boys are a different breed than anyone I know. Especially during season. I say a lot of them are multi-sport athletes, but when they get out here and don their lacrosse uniforms and lacrosse hair and lacrosse everything, I mean, it's a different world you guys live in, Jack. Oh man, throw this one in real quick. Get that taken care of. camera situated here for all of you who are watching the live stream. Back up and going. Looks as though we've got a penalty against Moyer. He'll take knee for Steamboat. No, maybe he's just going for a sub. Looks as though it's actually a penalty against Summit, perhaps. Really confused. 11:25 left here. 8-2 lead. Steamboat on top. Fourth quarter action. It was a delayed start for one reason or another. Now it's going to be a Steamboat ball. There's a couple guys for Summit who are taking the knee, and it's man up for the Sailors. Looks like it's 6-on-4, in fact. Worked around the horn. Here comes Gilbertson out front. Loses the ball. It's going to be a loose ball push then against Gilbertson, and it will become a Summit ball. Going to be fired up the field of play. Karen's high. Will be taken in by Hubby. He passes one quickly, trying to find his mark, and eventually bodies collide at the sideline. And I think that was off of the Steamboat player. So possession here for Summit. 11 minutes on the clock now. 8-2 lead. Sailors on top. Restart whistle comes, and taking this one in is Dart Bryant. Larson trying to get it low to X. In out of the pocket of his man. Kept alive just barely. So if your foot's on the line with the ball still in, that's in play.
If your foot's on the line and the
Is that
ball's
not out?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Because his foot was just like he was standing on the line, but the ball was still in play. So
Oh.
go ahead and guess that that's not out of bounds play. Ball worked upfield now. The Sailors will scoop it up. Left to right here on KTYV in the final quarter of play. Up 8-2, 10-17 to go here from Summit High School. Worked along to the top. There's Will Eck. He's looking for a hat trick. There's 4 players bidding for it. Shot and goal. Garrett Hahn will be the first to get 3 on the day. 9-2 lead. As Hahn tucks in his hat trick goal. Good job there from Kieran. Limited time in the last 2 games over the weekend. He's seen a little bit more action today. Not as much as he usually does, though. You can see he's still kind of working on coming back from that injury. 10:08 left in the fourth quarter of play. 9-2 lead now for Steamboat. First 7-goal lead for anyone. I mean, obviously, Summit doesn't have a 7-goal lead with the 2 being their total goals scored. Griffin Maltby back out there again. He had a real good opportunity, a shot that pre-released from the pocket to the result of his mom laughing at him a little bit. It's kind of funny. Jackson Foot will pick up the ball. Now it's to the ground, and Foot does scoop it up. Here comes Gilbertson now as he got it from Foot. Man falls. Gilbertson out front. Shooting one as he went down. Stopped by Schweer. Officials intent on letting the play a little bit, I suppose. Fourth quarter. Long pass upfield, gathered by Summit, 2-on-2. And trying to get away from Colombo. Trying to get a little back pressure applied by Griffin Maltby. Yonka and Foot trying to hack away and loose the ball up. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm seeing out there, Jack? I mean, that's like some... It's just amazing that some of those aren't slashes. So I'm coming from hockey where you do that and you're going to the box.
Yeah.
9:14 to go. Another errant pass there from Summit. You can see kind of a defeated Tigers team out there. Down 9-2 to Steamboat. 9:11 left here. One-man ride. Martin's trying to at least push a little bit. Yonka going to take it, firing it up. Gathers it to Maltby. Feeds it to Doyne. Tyler Doyne into the box. No pass into X. It's going to be given up top. Jackson Lynch dodges. Shot, big save. Oh, tucked just wide by Maltby, who nearly put his name in the goal column. Tyler Doyne will chase it down for the Sailors. 8:45 left with the restart whistle coming. You sit for 2 minutes and then you feel the shape. Tyler Doyne around the net. Couldn't get the hat-trick goal. Nice save from Schweer once again. Pass back as once more we see the attack coming from Summit as they just heave one up the field of play. Eventually it's going to become a Steamboat attack again as Yonkers upfield. Stumbles, keeps the ball for a moment, then loses it.
Good job, son.
And now we have a turnover. Summit will once again try and take this one up the field, but good job from Peppers immediately getting it back. Grace, you're our fourth quarter analyst here. What are you seeing out there?
You know, it's a pretty sloppy play by the Steamboat Sailors. I think they're lucky to be holding on to this lead. But I confirmed with some of the Summit parents that today was senior skip day. And they're missing 5 seniors who skipped today and were therefore ineligible to play lacrosse.
Wow.
So I'd say the Sailors got pretty lucky.
They did. I mean, this is on a day where they're missing a handful of players who are skiing, a number of other ones who are fighting injury as well. So, yeah, Sailors definitely a little lucky in that. And then, you know, it's funny. I don't know. I love my sport too much. I wouldn't have been able to do it as a senior. I would have been like, sorry guys, I'm going to classes so I can play today.
I think so. I think that was, to live and learn.
Yep.
There are far worse things they could be doing.
Absolutely. Gilbertson's going to take this one for Steamboat. He's one of 3 players on the verge of hat-tricks. Kieran Hahn, who you have, some knowledge of, already has one for the Sailors. 7 minutes on the clock and ticking down in fourth quarter play, 9-2 lead. I'd say, though, it's kind of a mixed feeling for me here for Steamboat because you get, on the one hand, you're coming back, you're winning 9-2, but again, they've kind of been a little bit lulled into a sense of where this game is going, I suppose is a good way of saying it. There's Gilbertson, rips one home. And,
Call for a hat trick. Sure enough,
I'm actually an oracle of sorts.
Can you come to my hockey game?
Sure. Well, I need to, from what I hear. Let's see. So that was Gilbertson getting his hat trick. So now Doyne and Eck are on the verge of 3 goals. Here we'll see if the Sailors try and push the ball a little bit. Also, of course, Griffin Maltby, normally a goalie, trying to get his time in the goals column as well. A little bit of a boring game. I'm going to be honest with you guys.
It hasn't been very exciting.
It hasn't had that kind of fire to it on either side. And it was one of those where I think from the outcome of last time and knowing that they were missing 5 seniors, Summit never really was trying to get ahead, especially with Steamboat coming out with 5 in the first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
But even those weren't necessarily, like, oohing and eyeing.
Yeah, I don't know. Have there even been any assists today? Has it all been...
I don't know. It depends on how you judge assists in lacrosse. If it's it's tough to say. There hasn't been definitely the plays that have been set up that Steamboat's known for. But I guess you have to get it done one way or another, especially coming off of being outscored 33-10 in a matter of 2 games.
I hadn't done the math, which kind of upsetting, Claude.
It took me a while to do it because I am a hockey guy, so it's hard to count past 4, but I did so. And I didn't have to count much past 4 for Steamboat's total, unfortunately. 10-2 now, though. The Sailors doing a good job of at least getting on the score sheet. But like I said, and I was talking with Jack about it earlier, there's a certain degree of, this is good to get goals, but you want to get goals the right way, too.
Exactly. You want to get good ball movement.
Yep.
Using your teammates and taking quality shots. I mean, I don't know how many shots we've missed, but it's been plenty. And
even, as Griffin Maltby, he can have a pass on this one, having to pick it up, but there hasn't been crisp passing to begin with. It's been a lot of players having to scoop off the turf because they've kind of had to go in and out of the pocket. So, something that we've got it all on film, so they're going to be able to watch this and hopefully take from it, learn from it. Shot there by Keith on the wraparound. Stopped by Schweer. Still loose in front of the goal. And eventually picked up by Summit. They will try and break the hard ride of the Sailors. Nice job from Steamboat. Gilbertson and Doyne both able to knock it free. However, we have a timeout, I guess. So Steamboat takes a timeout. We'll step away for a moment as well. This is your Sailor Sports Connection, KTYV 105.7. We're online at steamboatradio.com.
I just looked at Yeah, well, this one wasn't nearly as bad as this one.
they did the same thing this one, but this one went out. This went out and then back in. This one just went out and stayed out. So this one went out and right back in. So,
You want to be on for inspiration here? Oh, it's like having someone lead on at fourth, especially in a game like this. Yeah, absolutely. Or we can just talk about it because I girls right. I'm sure it is. No, I'm yeah, our conversation, yeah. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, back with you, KTYV. Vlad and Chase and Grace Hahn, along for the ride. 5 minutes on the clock here, the Sailors. You know, here's a positive, right? I mean, not that it's been a negative game by any stretch of the imagination. We talked about it, and it's just a matter of, again, a very high expectation that has been set with this team. That's why, you know, when we talk of the Sailors, and they're winning 10-2. That's positive right there, right? But a good thing is the Sailors have been able to kind of insert a few of the Sailors, sophomore and freshmen even, into today's game, right?
Yeah, and they're showing some really good energy. I think they're kind of keeping the team pepped and up here. They're working hard. I think they're trying to prove themselves and show that they can be out here again in a varsity game when need be.
I've been really happy with Reeves Kirby. Kirby is taking a few face-offs. Aiden Story playing
Story's
well.
doing a great job too.
So both of those, I mean, Story getting more consistent time, and Reeves, you know, playing some of that Fogo, is it?
Yes.
Right, face-off specialist. So been good to see him in there. Big save from Schweer on a nice opportunity right in front there from Spencer Schlegel. Old Spence. Good chances there. And again, you see the Sailors bringing out their depth unit here with 3:45 to go. Chance there from Quinn Keefe. Didn't get to go on frame. I think there was a Summit player who got a stick in the lane there. Looks as though we may have a loose ball push, and the Sailors will have to once again play defense. We'll see how they ride with a few of their attacking middies subbing out. 3:30 to go now in the game. You definitely want to see, you know, a strong finish to this one, because the Sailors do have another matchup. Where are we going? We're going Eagle, right?
I think Eagle's coming to us.
Are they? No, you're right. I'm going to Eagle because the soccer team's playing. Goal here for Colombo. How about that? The long pull D-man for Steamboat jumps up into play.
That might be his first of the season.
I think it is. I've been here for most of them, and I think that is the first time Colombo's been able to strike. So 11-2.
Colombo took it end to end. That was all him. It was nicely played. We're playing Eagle Valley at home
You know what it is?
Thursday.
I'm going to Eagle because it's a soccer game. We're only going to live stream that one. Now that I think through it, you're absolutely correct.
We play Evergreen on Saturday.
Is that the makeup?
And that should be possibly our best competition of the season.
Really?
That's who we beat in overtime last year in the playoffs.
So a lot to kind of build for. I mean, this is a good day to play Summit, get some goals, hopefully get some confidence back. Here's Kirby again.
Almost a win on that.
Yeah, he's been looking. He's definitely a spark plug for the Sailors. Long pole mini now for Summit, trying to equal the long pole goal at the other end from Cameron Colombo, unable to do so. Shot went wide. It is chased down by the Tigers, but to finish my thought, I'm sorry, I kept getting off track with the play, but the Sailors needed this. Then hopefully Eagle, you know, good competition, another Western Slope League team. it all builds up to that Saturday pinnacle game here this week.
I agree with you, Vlad. I think it's good to get their jitters out this game. Good to get some other kids some experience on the field, and because we've had so many injuries that they may be playing for the rest of the season, so it's good for them to get some experience playing with the other guys.
And to get it back in the W. Back in the win.
It'd be nice to get one in the game.
Oh, there we go.
Some shot. Big save there from Hovey. Nice job from Caden. He's definitely not been tested too much through the game, but has been another really bright spot for the Sailors. He's made a few big saves, but I've seen that in him. I mean, even in the few minutes he's gotten in other games where we've been ahead, he's had some really nice stops. Good passing here. What a stop from Schweer. Save of the game material. Save of the year material there from Spencer Schweer. Unbelievable stop. Nolan Schweer, sorry. He dove across to make that stop, and that was some pretty athletic play.
It was a great save. It was really good. Will Eck to Ben Hofer to number 20.
That was a story, yeah.
It was great. It was some of the best ball movement I've seen all day on the Sailors. So hopefully they'll carry this momentum forward.
Pass now comes to Story once again near side of the box. Feeds one down to Hofer, waiting below GL8. Backpedaling now away from pressure. Now goes forward, trying to get a little bit of help down there from Story. Eventually passes one to Eck up top to Doyne. Remember, those two were on the verge of hat tricks as well, and then an errant play ends up as a Summit possession here as the pass was off the mark. 90 seconds to go now in the game. Grace, final thoughts really as we kind of head towards the end here from Summit High School.
I'm glad to see that they picked it up a little. The Sailors have picked it up a little here at the last 3 minutes of the game. They're still trying hard, which is great to see. Even though they're 24, walk away with this one. So it's nice to see that they're putting it together.
You know, and a pretty good little goal total. When you look at the end of the game, you see the stat line. You'd see 11-2 right now. Still definitely time to potentially get goals at either side. But the Sailors only allowed 2 the first time these two teams met in a 14-2 win against Summit at Gardner Field. Now another big one. Here's a chance. Late stage through the legs, or was up behind the back. Potentially just wide though from Summit, right in front of Caden Hovey. But some good goal totals in terms of that, but definitely a couple games against the Summit team that was a little bit slower than we're used to seeing.
For sure. Although Aiden has really stepped up in goal here today. He's had a lot of shots. Summit has had a lot of shots on net. And Caden's performed well.
He really has. I'm excited about that. He's just a sophomore, if I'm not mistaken. And to have Hovey back there, I mean, you know that the Sailors are set, because I think Malfi, too, is just a junior. So, you know, between those two,
we should have some strong goal attempts for the next several years.
And that's really good, especially
since we're losing our entire defense.
Losing everybody. I mean, you know, the senior team, the senior class is a big one. We talk about that night in, night out, how it's such a special unit. We've been playing together for so long. They've got a lot of expectations that they've laid at their feet, but hopefully they can play up to those. The Sailors, as we come to the final horn, win 11-2. Grace, I always appreciate it. You are welcome anytime in the box. Your knowledge far outweighs mine. I just talk a lot, so I get to lean on you and ask some good questions. But I appreciate you joining me.
Well, thanks, Vlad. Thanks for having me here. It's fun.
Absolutely. That's it. 11-2 your final here. The Sailors on top, and they will head to Thursday's home matchup against Eagle Valley. That's the next one. We will have that on the box cast, so that means it will be live streamed, but we will be calling a soccer game, so no play-by-play for you Thursday. Plenty, though, coming at you for the duration of the season. We're still pretty young in it for girls soccer and boys lacrosse. I'm Vlad Chase. This is the Sailor Sports Connection, KTYV 1057 online at steamboatradio.com. Thanks, guys. We'll see you on Saturday. Yeah, I think Saturday. Oh my goodness. So I'm like super stoked for playing with people. Even like doing games, I'm alright with that. No, so I was not too pleased with my buddy. Yeah, I mean, it's totally fine. It's like life going on. I got you from here on out, but can you got both of them? Yeah. Okay. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for doing that. I appreciate that. gloves and my gloves cracking together. And then I was like, all right, no big deal, we can do something. He didn't want to switch in shifts, that's what I was like, for. I went and stopped by and stuff on the phone. So I ended up, we just went and slept in my bed.
Drive safe.